Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy Joe Barber. Just want to say good morning, all the subscribers, all the supporters out there. Today is Thursday. It is 9:08. Shop opens at 10. I'm on my way. I don't start cutting till 11. Want to get there, make sure everything's in place, and make sure I might just sweep and mop real quick just before the day starts, just to get it smelling good in there. But I'm putting this video out real quick just because I had a great morning. Woke up early, listened to some motivation on my phone, and started to realize a lot of things. One major thing is just having gratitude. Having gratitude, like when you wake up, just be thankful, man. Just for waking up on a bed or in a house. Appreciate what you do have. I know a lot of us are always thinking about tomorrow and thinking about all the things that we want to accomplish in life and all our goals and all the ambition we have, and we like to dream and fantasize about living a good life and whatnot. But I really want you to do that, man. Just have gratitude for where you're at in life. I know, like I said, we all struggle. We all have things that are going on in our lives that we have no control over, and we just got to work at it. We got to find a solution. And one thing about me is I'm that guy where I don't like giving up. I'm very competitive. I'm very self-driven, because I've been at the bottom, man. And I share that in my story. I share that with people and let them know, like, yeah, man, I was homeless at one time. I was living at a friend's house. They kicked me out of their house because I wasn't working. I wasn't bringing anything to the table other than haircuts, and that wasn't an essential that was valued at the time. And so I couldn't stay there anymore. And when I did stay there, I slept on the floor. I slept on a couch. But I had a roof over my head, and that was the most important thing at the time. But I was in a dark place at that moment. But that's when I turned to God. That was the exact moment I turned to God. I said, look, God, I ain't got nothing left to give you, man. I'm just me now. It's me, and I give myself to you. Make something of me. Do something with me. And here I am. And some people may say I'm successful. Some people may say you're not successful. And that's fine. That's their opinion. But they don't know the day-to-day grind. They don't know the things I have to sacrifice. They don't know the time that I've put in to being where I'm at. They don't know the how hard it is to build up your credit, how hard it is to pay bills, how hard it is to take care of your kids. Having 5 kids and still being able to provide for them and try to give them a better life, not just materialistically, mentally and spiritually. And also, giving them motivation and letting them know, like, look, man, it's tough, but we're going to make it. And you talk it. A lot of people may talk it, but you got to go through it. And some days, you're on your path and you got to go through the mud, and it sucks. It really does. But you got to hold on to, like I said, man, where you're getting. Sometimes you don't see where your destination is, but you just know, like, man, I got to keep pressing. And I went from that scenario to being featured in magazines, to being featured on TV shows, to being featured in the news, to being paid to travel around the country, teaching how to cut hair, how to do designs, how to do portraits, how to all that kind of stuff, man. I've taught at Bronner Brothers. I've taught at Exotics. I've done all types of barber battles. I've won a bunch of barber battles. I've made $15,000 off of being on a reality show. I've made $8,000 cutting a couple people for a commercial for the NHL New York Rangers. I cut hair inside Madison Square Garden. I've cut hair at Art Basel out in Miami. Got flew out by British Knight, and I've met hundreds of people that motivate me. And my story is the same as their story. So sometimes you gotta go through the struggle in order to get to where you want to be, and get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And that's how I feel like I'm right now in present time. My goal is to open up a barber college, and then 6 months later I want to have another barber college. and one over here on this side of town in the northwest side, and then one in the south side. And I'm determined to make that happen. And it's not easy. It's not. It takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of planning. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of stress that you got to make stuff happen, dude. You're gonna run into stuff you can't control. I finished my hours to be an instructor, and TDLR wasn't ready to process my hours so I can take my test and get my license. So now I'm 4 weeks, almost five weeks behind schedule, and so I'm having a, like push through it, and I'm paying a lot of my overhead out of my pocket. I had a lot of barbers with me, and a lot of them bailed on me. People that I invested in, people that I gave breaks to, people that I looked out for are gonna turn on you. And you can mope about it, and you could be broken, and at the same time, my son got sick with cancer, and that spiraled me into a deep, like, not depression, but like, it changes you because you're like, man, life's not fair. And it's a different state of like not being fair because you don't know what is going on with your child. So because of that, it strengthened me. Now that we've gone through it, now that we're on the other side, it's strengthened me. And I'm like, bro, this is nothing. This is nothing right here what we're going through. This is nothing. And yeah, man, I'm trying to save and make and micromanage every dollar that I'm making. And yeah, I see these other people out there on Instagram, Facebook, living a good life and blah, blah, blah. But I promise you, man, in 5 years right now, from where I'm at right now, I promise you, man, I'm gonna be a millionaire, and I'm gonna have more properties, and I'm gonna have more businesses, because I'm gonna push myself to that limit. I want to see how good I really am. I want to see how far I can get. I've gotten this far, so why not, start really manifesting something bigger and greater? Not to say that those things are gonna validate me, because they won't validate me. And money is not like, oh man, look at me, I got this bread. But I don't care about money like that, but it's a tool, and it's also gonna contribute to me setting up my family and my kids for the future, and my grandchildren. Like I want to be that guy. My parents are not, my dad passed away, so my mom, she's not a grandma to my kids. She doesn't visit them, she doesn't pick them up, and I don't have that relationship with my mother anymore like that, because the way she lives her life, I don't want that kind of energy around my children, and I don't want that energy around me. So it's not that I don't love my mom, I love her, but I have to do things the way I want to do them with my spouse and my children. And that's it, man. And other people that I allow to come into my life, I want to see them succeed, but I can't make them want to succeed. I can give them a vision and be like, look, dude, this is what my vision is. I can help you. Come with me. Get in the car. You don't have to drive. Just get in the car and help me get there. And some people, they talk the talk, bro, but then they're not there on time. They don't want to stay late. They're not doing the little things. And it's like, okay, man, either you don't know how to do it, so I got to show you, or you just don't care. And you just think that you're just going to, get a pass and sit on the bench and get a ring with us, and you just sat on the bench, and that's good for you. And it's like, nah, bro, we can't do that. We just got a starting five. Ain't nobody coming off the bench, bro. Like, that's not happening. So either you're going to be on the court making stuff happen with us, or you're not. Simple as that. And that's where I'm at in my life. And if either you're helping me get to where I want to be, or you're not, and you're just a distraction, and you're going to keep me from attaining what I want. So but yeah, man, that's where my mind's at. And because I've gone through so much already, like, why not dream big? Why not want to be that? Why not want to push through it? And all the skill, all the talent, like I said, man, I tell a lot of people, I can draw, I can paint, I mean, you name it, dude. And that's just a God-given gift that I can do, and I love it, but that doesn't pay my bills. And right now, where I want to get, the path that I'm on, that's not part of it right now. But believe me, once I get everything rolling, you're going to get a lot more content. You're going to get a lot more video footage. I'm going to hire people to do that, put out quality stuff. But right now, it's grind time, and that's where I'm at. But I appreciate every day. Yesterday, man, I worked like a 16-hour shift, dog. I did hard labor. I was sweating. I was going up and down, elevator, moving furniture, dropping it off, driving all over San Antonio, Still had to come home, take a shower, get ready, and go cut hair. And I made good money. My mind was telling me, Joe, you need to rest. You need to sit down. You need to blah, blah, blah. But my heart was like, bro, this is where you step up. This is where winners are made. And I was like, yeah, man. So I got ready, got up, drove across town. I cut, 6 or 7 people, made about $700. And I woke up rejuvenated because I pushed through that. Even though I wanted to, it's easy to stay in bed. It's hard getting out and giving a purpose, getting back into your purpose. So when you wake up with gratitude and you're like, you know what, man, I got a good thing going here, man, but I want more. Not for the simple fact to flex or whatever people call it now. I'm just saying, you want to maximize. You only got one life, man, and it's up to you to make the best of it. I want to impact other people's lives. I want to impact my barbers, my instructors. I want to impact my students. I want to impact my kids. I want to impact kids that grew up in the same neighborhood that I grew up in. Like, that's where my heart's at. I want to be able to give to my spouse the way she gives to me. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at anyway. So it's tough, dog. It's tough. Life is tough. But you got to be tougher, man. And you got to, it's all in your mind. You got to make that decision. And I'm telling you, bro, you got to cut the fat. You got to cut out all the distractions. Instagram, Facebook, Netflix, all that stuff is a distraction when you're on a mission. And it's the truth. And that's what I have to do sometimes. And people ask me, like, what does it take? And I'm like, man, it takes a lot. It takes a lot. And when you start breaking it down and writing your goals down and you see what it's going to take, it takes a lot, bro. And you look at it and you're like, damn. And you got to take whatever out of the picture, whether it's family members or friends that you may not see. I don't go out to the club. I don't go chill. I don't go do these things because my mind is like, shop, making money, building school. Shop, making money, building school. Shop, all that. And yeah, I have a couple of my friends that understand. We talk, we have a thread, and I love my friends, but they know I'm on a mission. Some people contribute to it, some people don't. But you have to make that decision. But you always have to wake up and have gratitude, man, for the things that you do have. Appreciate, be in the moment, and love it, man. But I'm just sending y'all good vibes, bro. And I want y'all to hear this story, so hopefully it motivates you and lets you know, like, yeah, man, I got to do the same thing because you can have it too. You can be great, but it's not gonna be easy. It's not just gonna happen. And you know what I'm saying? It's on you. It's nobody's job to make you happy. It's your job. And it's not always about your feelings. You're not always gonna feel happy. You're not always gonna feel motivated. You're not always gonna feel grateful. But you have to make that decision and a choice. And I promise you, bro, it's gonna work. It's gonna work for you in your favor. And if you're going through those tough times, man, just breathe, and find a strategy and put something in place to where it's like, okay, man, this is my routine. This is what I do every morning. I wake up, I drink water, I meditate, I think about all the good things in my life, I think about the bad things. Now, the bad things I write down and, okay, what are the solutions to it? How can I make this better for me? How can I help myself? And go from there, man. I wish everybody out there love and peace and strength to make it through and be great. But you have to do that, man. You have to make that decision. You have to make that decision daily, man. So, all right, that's my motivation for today. Just wanted to give y'all a little piece to let y'all know, man, be grateful. Have a plan, push yourself through it, discipline, and cut out all the nonsense, man. All the stuff that is distracting to you, you have to cut it out. You have to cut it out, man. All right, y'all stay blessed and y'all stay faded.